Fallen Angels by Wong confronts love and the transience of life, all masked behind beautiful cinematography and excellent costume design. While originally going to be a third short story in Chungking Express, it quickly carved its way into being a full-length feature film. With the lingering taste of Chungking's longing and loneliness, this movie quickly takes on the role of expanding on Y's view of love with a more negative lens. And centering on two assassins who have fallen for each other, this film naturally embraces death and love in the same context, while exploring themes of passing time and growing up, with its childlike character, Hee Ji-woo. One of the first things I noticed about this film is its fascinating costume design done by William Chang. His work is so subtle and calculated that you may not even notice how well it supports the themes and affects the perspective that the audience has of its characters. The colors and shades that make up the wardrobe of this movie consist of two main colors, black and white. This creates a duality and distinction between the nihilism of the assassins and Hee Ji-woo's innocence. In a larger sense, it creates a contrast between the content and the discontent. Chang also adds in red, green, and yellow to express different aspects of this film's messaging, such as jealousy, lust, or to emphasize the joy that will soon be stripped away. It is through the subtle differences in wardrobe that Chang adds to the emotional expression of these characters. For example, when Wong Chi-ming, the assassin, changes out of his black jacket when he is at Blondie's apartment, it shows her effect on him. Or when Ziwoo is wearing bright yellow to show his joy at having fallen in love. And finally, a switch ultimately to black by the end shows his transformation into a titular fallen angel due to his loss of innocence. Christopher Doyle, cinematographer for this and many other Wong Kar-wai films, creates a fascinating visual style that turns into the quintessence of another major theme in this movie. It has a distinct handheld style with a very grounded approach. Many of the characters seem to bend and warp around the sides of the frame, creating intense intimacy from audience to character. The true genius of this shines through when Ziwoo uses a camera to start recording his father. By connecting the tapes, a symbol for the fleeting moments caught on camera before his father's death, to the cinematography of the whole movie, another facet of this movie is revealed. The cinematography is also used to show the connection between people or to create the feeling of connection that the characters believe they have. For example, in one of my favorite sequences in the film, they show the parallel of Wong and his agent as they both walk into a barbershop to do their job. It effectively shows how they fall in love even though they rarely see each other, and how their symbiotic relationship as partners evolved into something more. This use of showing two shots in contrast to each other is done throughout the film brilliantly, and enhances the emotions felt through the screen. One important symbol to understand in this movie is blonde hair. This comes up a lot throughout, either as the girl Wong gets with after he quits his job, or the girl that Ziwoo and Charlie are trying to find in the apartment building. There is also the diner scene, where a riot is thrown over blonde people. Throughout the movie, there are scenes where being blonde is seen as superior or more memorable. It becomes this idea of a person who is better than you and replaces you in the context of love. What makes this stand out is when Ziwoo begins to become blonde when he first falls in love.
人家说爱情可以改变一个人，我开始觉得我的样子越来越帅，越来越有魅力。突然之间，我发现自己多了很多金头发。
And upon his first heartbreak, his blonde returns to black and reveals itself as more than just a hair color. It becomes a physical representation of the luster of first love. In that idea lies what I believe to be the heart of the film.
那一天晚上，我觉得有点凉，没想到今年的冬天这么快就到。
We are always trying to recapture the joy of a first love, but it never lasts. We have fallen out of innocence into a cold winter. What this movie captures in its final scene are the fleeting moments of warmth in between the heartbreak.
我知條路唔係好遠，好快我會落車。不過呢一分鐘，我覺得好亂。
And all I ever knew, only you.